let's talk about the big yellow elephant in the room. But there's actually two yellow elephants in the room.
Yeah.
There's the Sundowns and there's Bafana Bafana. I think let's start with Bafana Bafana, right?
Yeah, well,
Man.
No,
That's rubbish, man.
rubbish.
How do you draw? And it wasn't even a good draw.
Yeah.
We were meant to lose that game. I wish we lost that game.
yeah.
In the 95th minute is when we equalize at the end.
It goes back to my question: are we overhyping this team,
Yes, we are.
or is it just an expectation?
No, this is the thing. We can't have expectations when there's nothing to fall back on. There's only one national team that have expectation, the Springboks, because they actually win,
Okay.
right? And I feel like there's a misconception that because we love our country, our team must love us back. They don't love us, man. You can't draw against.
Or they love us
Uganda,
back by winning accolades,
and being like, you know what,
qualifying,
hey,
playing
Doing it
well.
for you, for us.
and even if you draw,
Yeah.
you watch the game. There was nothing there that said, "Hey, man, these guys are trying."
They fought, yeah.
And it's just hard. There's difference if a fan can be like, you know what, no, we didn't.
And they
win.
were losing, to be fair, up until those final moments.
That ref should have blown the whistle before time, just to say, you know what, you just lose the game. I lose the game.
Yeah,
I'm not
but-
serious.
No, I
No,
do
dog.
agree with you. Dog.
That's crazy, bro.
What do you think?
No, I think that was a bullshit performance, to be honest with you.
It's rubbish.
I think it was rubbish. The selection, maybe happens that fan versus coach mentality. You know, I don't know how these guys view football, but it's different to what a fan sees.
Yeah.
The most influential player in that game, Zwane is very good. Zwane is the best player we've got.
He's playing by
But-
himself, Chief.
Apolis was influential in that game.
Right.
Yes, losing possession, but in the opposition's box,
He was effective.
he was effective. He was losing position, got the final ball,
Right.
you know, not making the right
The right
decision.
pass,
Don't let
yeah.
it reboot.
Yeah.
But you substitute him. First substitute, you take him out with come on, and I say it's Knicks. Kana ke mang, who's this other player in against the 17 Bafana Bafana? He was doing our wingers. We had one wing.
Basically, yeah.
So this guy wants to put two wingers in. But now we have a winger that is playing better than everybody else. Now you want to put two wings. Why don't you let this one in? You put another winger. Winger we can go pay. Because another man
Because we're looking for a win.
except that goal that he scored.
Yeah.
That was la next.
He was not threatening at all.
There is nothing that guy did that says this guy plays in Europe in that match. There is
Is he
nothing
being
I saw.
selected?
There's nothing I saw. This guy will help us do something.
Is he being selected because he's playing in?
You're not the coach there. We're not the coach.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is,
And we don't have coaching licenses. Don't remember.
Of course.
But-
We've been remanded again we'll come by Sundowns. So
Okay.
Sundowns has remanded us again.
but I must say that no, I think it was a poor performance.
Yeah.
Our next game is South Sudan.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, and again, this is no knock to any team that we play against, because like football is this, it's a sport. You can lose any game,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can win any game, but there's a difference between drawing or not winning because you can tell that they didn't try. I don't think there's a single fan that watched that game, or even people. There's people I know that they tell me, like, I remember after the game, I think we lost to Ethiopia years ago. We didn't qualify for AFCON.
AFCON, yeah.
That game, people till today they're like, my man, I'm not gonna waste my heart here. I'm not gonna waste my time. They're like, did you watch the game? Like Bafana, I don't watch Bafana anymore. For years they don't care. So now
Because they didn't try.
they didn't try. But then in the same vein, Saturday, different sport. South Africa was not. We were losing to New Zealand, and then
Yeah, Baobo,
And then, hey,
different class of players.
But then it's like it's a
different mentality. I think.
They're willing to say, you know what, we're not playing for just we're gonna get paid. You're gonna get
There's
paid.
something more that they're playing for.
There's a deep attachment.
So is that a disconnect from players to allegiance to the country and the meaning of playing for the country? Is it us always having to look for foreign coaches to make us better, where the culture does not like? I feel like for me the first thing is the cultural difference.
I won't even say.
Or is it the association not enabling or giving the national team the tools that they need to win or to progress?
For me, it's more mentality than anything. For me,
From the players.
from the players. I watched. There's an interview that Jomo Sono did about Tito Maswangai. You know, they were comparing him and Tito Maswangai.
Okay.
You know, his response was, "I went forward." So I saw.
So whatever I did,
I saw him juggling the ball going backwards. So now I went forward. The only time I stood on the ball is after when the ref had whistled for a foul, and I stood on the ball. During, if there was no foul being played, I wouldn't have stood on the ball.
Yeah.
I would have still gone forward.
Yeah.
So for me, the box, if you know that most of your job is catching, this guy tries to enhance that skill. Catching, to a point where he mixes it up with Corey. He's so good at it that he can add on to it. Now, by it, classic example, Mudiba. Everybody thinks that guy is standard good play.
Right.
Yes, he has good quality. He created the second goal for us. But for me, he could have done more.
Yeah.
He loses position in critical places.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why this guy takes set pieces. If somebody tells me that those 2 free kicks give him a lifelong supply of corner kicks and free kicks, that guy is shockingly poor. The ball does not clear the first defender. I mean, you don't even need. I haven't played professional, but I know the ball has to clear the first defender. Anything you take, the ball has to clear. It can be headed by the second defender. It's not your fault. We must run. But this person you can see him.
The first one,
You can see him. How corner
like
you
you're hitting him
can?
with
There
the
is
ball.
no way you can hit this guy with the ball. How do you hit this guy again with the ball? But if you overplay it, I understand. You trying to hit somebody at the back. It's just that. But you can't underplay that ball.
Yeah, every time.
It's like driving, Joe.
It's different if it happens once in a while.
Understeering, I understand it than oversteering. You understand? To me, that's how I look at it. Or there's no way you can clear the first defender.
Fair, but yeah, I'm just saying. I think Bafana Bafana doesn't care, bro.
Ash, what's your take on the game?
Yeah, Bafana Bafana as well. Yeah, I mean, it's inexcusable. You can't draw against Uganda. You just can't draw against Uganda. We need to do much better than that. You know, we are not. Our rankings in Fetu, we are nowhere close to each other. Understand? Uganda is not known for football. They are just a nation that has to compete. When was the last time I went to Uganda in the AFCON, for example?
Yeah.
Understand?
Okay.
And then we go and find.
Worse enough, Joe, the coach before the match, I don't care how we play today. Today, I would like to come to this interview and hear you saying, coach, you're playing like this. But at the end of the day, we won the match. Yeah. That's what the coach said. The whole, after the match, at least we didn't lose the match. I'm like, but coach,
what did
before
you say
before the match, you wouldn't take any result.
Except for a win.
Yeah.
That was
regardless of how we play. And how can all wait a lineup? You are left with the lineup. You put Veli Motor there.
So
A player that hasn't played for 6 months.
Yeah.
He's just
that's
played
a good
there.
decision, yeah.
There's a player that's played now.
You see, but then that
We're
makes,
Pirates.
you see, but that makes me feel like the coach didn't it like maybe because again we don't have coaching licenses now. But let me use my logic.
Right.
You've got a selection of players.
Right.
You've got 22, 23
Yeah.
that you can play at any time.
Yeah.
You got 60 million if you're a South African coach.
Right? You've got people you can play.
Yeah.
Out of that selection, at least you play the players that play regularly, number one, because fitness is a regular thing. Confidence on the ball because they've played 2 weeks prior, they've in the training camp, they've played. It's not like they're a fresh pair of legs, especially in an international game. Regardless of international friendly, maybe you can play, but qualifiers and obviously tournaments, no. Then you play a guy who hasn't played for 6 months.
That's not
In your qualifier against a team that on paper
You should.
you should easily
Yeah.
win and move on.
It should help you to qualify.
Those are the points you need.
Can a bucket loaded points how you
Low hanging
You
fruit.
understand?
So then, what does it mean then for qualification chances? Are we
It
gonna
means
be
that we must
are we
go
gonna be
away.
taking out our
It means that
calculators?
we must go away and win
We need to
the
win-
2 games.
we need to
These
win
2
Uganda.
games.
Yeah. We have
And take out our calculators. While we are-
Because obviously those teams are gonna play each other.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah.
So it means if we beat Sierra Leone or we beat
South Sudan.
South Sudan,
Yeah.
we still got Uganda away, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
we still have Uganda.
And judging from this performance,
So if Uganda
Uganda
still,
away, yeah.
if Uganda still beats South Sudan,
yeah.
they have the upper hand because we have to play them. Hey, but now to
You understand that draw one. Sudan fellow.
and
What
artificial,
Artificial pitch.
Artificial pitch. The excuse here, we're playing on when half
both
of
teams are playing.
When half of those players, Bafana Bafana,
Yeah.
half of them grew up on nonsense pitches.
Exactly.
But artificial pitch. Half of them learned football on worse pitches than artificial pitches.
Yeah.
Hard gravel,
gravel.
bumpy.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, I can't understand. Yeah, one of the Europeans, some of them don't understand.
Yeah.
Sunday League.
Yeah.
You know, the Sunday League, you look at the pitches that they
Yeah,
play.
it's not-
Bumpy, are not
Yeah.
proper pitches. So they have an idea of not a proper pitch. Yes, AstroTurf is different from grass.
But both teams are playing
But
on
both
that.
teams
yeah,
are playing
exactly.
there, man.
It shouldn't hinder your talent.
You see, I'm just hearing reasons why
Exactly.
the
Excuses.
reasons why we shouldn't, the reasons why you shouldn't feel bad for us as much.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
But at the end of the day, as a
So-
national team, imagine if Brazil drew against Panama
Yeah.
in any game.
Yeah.
Brazilian fans will be like, we need to change the whole thing because
So the
it-
bar is
it
that
doesn't
low
make-
that we can literally
Correct.
Do we have
look
a
at a
bar?
draw like this and say, at least you know.
Yeah,
they-
yeah, you know, at least we didn't lose.
Yeah.
So now at least we didn't lose. Then we're never gonna win.
If the Springboks draw against USA, we wouldn't accept,
Yo.
There's no. Yeah.
No, there's no way.
we wouldn't accept it.
Yeah.
And it's because they've given us.
People would threaten to recall their money. Like what? Against who? No. What are you doing with my money?
Man.
Give me back my money.
But then again, it's not even that we don't think that they can lose. Anyone can lose. But we know that when the Springboks plays, we like the chance of us winning just because, minus the fact that they're actually really good.
Yeah.
The players themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like Sia Kolisi scored the try yesterday. My man, when I was there, and then when the camera showed him and then he looked at the sky, everyone said, that guy. You can see just that guy. There's not one guy in Bafana that's not Zwane that at least when you see him, you're like, no, but this guy's a player.
So that pride.
Yeah, the pride. And you can see it in his face like, no, this
It's
guy.
almost
I
like
feel
they are
it.
owed to play.
I feel
Or
it.
the players that are-
Yeah.
Shebile bongeza, in fact,
Yeah.
You know, after clearing the ball, you see why clear a ball. You know,
Yeah.
it's like he's doing us a favor. You know,
See, there's
it
no
doesn't feel
seriousness.
like, not for me, Bafana players. Yeah, well, except this young boy that came on.
Mvuke.
Ay.
It's actually a question I asked outside
Yeah.
I'm okay. Concerned is a very strong word. I'm not that concerned, but I'm concerned that we are hyping him the same way as all the guys that have come before him that we saw, hey, there's something here, and then we give him that hype, and then somewhere where he's supposed to peak, he actually drops.
Yeah.
Are we hyping too soon? Or is it because we see potential? You know, that kind of thing.
Unless I won that and you saw something.
Okay.
You know,
We haven't seen that excitement
we haven't seen it
in a while.
Yes, it might be that. We are not sure really, because I don't think we've had enough experiences to really say. But yes, I understand we have had such experiences, but it's been a while really where some the scary things in fact, he's just doing the like basic things that weather expected like really we shouldn't be so stuffed of what that boy is giving us. You know, and he's giving it to us. We are loving it. We're comfortable with him.
I think for me that's the difference with this boy.
Fearlessness.
You know, it looks so natural.
Yeah.
It looks like he's at his house.
Yeah.
It looks like he's at his bed door.
He's expressing himself fully.
Hana, that Mudiba feeling have arrived.
So yeah,
I mean, it
that
looks so
arrived feeling.
Yeah, it looks, you know, Teko Mudis, for me, I'm one big critic here, Teko Mudis. I just think Teko Mudis is like Maswangai. I think he's a good player that managed to buy himself time on the ball.
Okay.
But now in South Africa, that is amazing when you can buy yourself time, especially with the players, when he has the ball, he rushes. When he has the ball, they are always rushing.
Yeah.
They are always rushing. Now it becomes a breath of fresh air when you see somebody. Tottenham different games. The difference between those teams and today's teams is those teams had time on the ball.
Right.
You know, Sailor would create that space here to have Tito. All Tito is doing, Joe, he has time on the ball, and he's relaxed in a high pressure situation,
which automatically looks better.
Which automatically looks different.
Yeah, it looks different.
You understand? And to me, that is the difference between Sundowns and everybody. Whichever Sundowns in position,
They relax.
they relax.
Yeah.
Polokwane in position. Once you press, Chiefs in once you press. So Lititu, once they press him, it's not like Mufuge. Mufuge, once you press him,